Today I will teach you how to say I did something by mistake in Japanese. You will be doing that using chao and teしまう, which are verb forms. However, if you already know how to conjugate that form, you don't have to learn anything new. Let's start with chao. Chao basically means oops. And when you say, for example, tabechatta is chao in past form. Basically, when you say chao and change the u to ta, chatta, you are saying I did something by mistake in past, and it is used quite often. And when you say tabechatta, for example, your friend comes and is searching for his snack, and you ate it by accident because you thought it is your snack, and he says, where is my snack? You can say, ah, tabechatta. Of course, not this way. You would say, ah, gomen, tabechatta. Sorry, I ate your snack. You can also say tabechatta when you ate something and you regret it. For example, there is a Big Mac in fridge and it is 4 days old, but you are so hungry and want to eat some McDonald's. So you open the fridge and just eat it, and then you lie down and tabechatta. I ate it, but now I regret it, and it was a choice of the stupid version of my brain which cannot control itself. And this way you can also imply that you couldn't resist the temptation. Tabechatta, I had to eat it, I couldn't resist it, but I'm not happy with the outcome. By the way, if you want to learn a lot faster, check the first link in the description, which is my full Japanese course for beginners, where I teach you a lot of more detail. Now, if you don't know how to conjugate that form, I recommend you go watch my video on it, but you can also watch this even without the that form and you will still learn something, so do whatever you want. And let's see how to conjugate chao. When you conjugate chao, you basically conjugate the form, for example, taberu to tabete. And the only thing you do is to change te to chao. Tabete, tabechao. Itte, ichao. Including the small tsu. So you say i, chao. Shinde, shinjao. You will include the voicing mark. You don't have shinte, you have shinde. So you are not going to have shinchao, but shinjao. That's the only thing that can be quite hard, but as you remember it, it will be easy. And for everything else, hiraite, hiraichau. Oyoide, oyoijau. Suru is shite, so shite, shichau. Kite, kichau. It is very easy. Just remember that instead of te, you will have chau. Chi, ya, u. 3 hiragana characters. Now, chau is something that you will use with friends or when you are being informal, because chao is informal speech, and when you want to be formal, there are 3 ways you can talk. It is chaimas, chao in mas form. If you don't know mas form, go watch my video on mas form. Then teshimau, which is the polite version of chao, and then there is teshimaimasu, which is teshimau in mas form. Let's categorize these 3. Chaimas is polite, but it is also friendly. It is not super polite. You can speak this way with strangers, and if you are a friendly person, more people will tolerate it. And it is completely natural. Example of that would be, instead of saying tabechatta, if you ate a snack of your coworker, you would say tabechaimashita. I recommend speaking this way with strangers. You want to be friendly with them, or coworkers that you don't know that well. And when you want to be more polite, or even super polite, you can use teshimaimasu, tabete shimaimashita. This way you can speak in business meetings, or with your boss, or in some super polite situations. And then there is teshimau, teshimaimasu, but not in mas form. And teshimau is not used in speaking pretty much. Teshimau will be used in literature or in some writing, maybe documents, but you will sound weird when you are going to use it when speaking. Because if you want to be super polite, you will use teshimaimasu, and in other situations, you will be expected to use chaimasu, and when you say teしまう, you will sound like a robot or a Google translator. Remember to use ciao when being informal and with friends, chaimas when being formal and wanting to sound friendly and not too serious, and teshimaimas when being in super polite situations like business or your boss maybe. And one bonus on how you can use ciao, you can say ciao in volitional form. You will take the ciao and change the u to o and another u. If you don't understand how to conjugate volitional form, basically shimasho or shio and like this, let's do something, then go watch my video on it or just search it up. But basically, when you conjugate ciao to ciao and say tabe ciao, it means screw it, let's just fucking do it, I don't care. I don't care if it is bad for me, I know I will regret it, but I still want to do it. If you are wondering why would you want to use ciao or teshimau, it is for the same reason you want to be using ne, yo, and any other way to talk natural. Japanese people use ciao and teshimau all the time, and when they regret something or do a mistake, for example, you ate the snack of a coworker, and you say tabeta, just in plain form, it sounds like you don't give a fuck, or maybe you even did it on purpose. And even in normal situations, for example, you broke your phone, when you say kowashita versus kowashichatta, kowashichatta sounds more like you regret it. When you say kowashita, again, when you regret it and you don't use these, and instead of that you talk like a robot, kowashita, tabeta, you will sound like a robot. You want to know when to use ciao and teshimau so you can sound more like a native Japanese person. And for that, I'd recommend you to go to watch some anime with Japanese subtitles or go read some manga so you can put more of this grammar into your brain. And the more you will read, especially now when you learn the grammar, the easier it will be to remember because you learned how to use it, what exactly it is. And now when you read it, you will completely understand what they are talking about and you will be more natural. If you like my content, you can subscribe to my channel and goodbye.